Hey guys, just walking around and after a meal, and I am doing it. I had some ramen. It was like what 500, 600 calories of mostly just carbs and some fat and a teeny bit of protein. And like so like going on a walk is so important. Like after meals particularly, you should do something, you should exercise, but like a walk's a really good one. I do a 25-minute walk after every meal at least, or maybe perhaps like I'll eat before in the morning and then just head straight to the gym and that'll be fine, or whatever. But like you got to be careful with like insulin spikes and blood sugar spikes and like these things. If you don't do the exercise, you have all these carbs or all these materials in your bloodstream that are just like causing havoc. And so by walking, you get it into the muscle where it can be utilized and basically stored in the proper way. And then it's just like generally like an enjoyable thing. I usually go out and I'm like reading, or I'm using AI to asking AI questions or what else. Just it's an enjoyable time. Just a mild walk. Like it improves your mood, increases your serotonin, dopamine, and other feel good neurotransmitters and stuff. Just ever so slightly. And like walking at the very least. Like I don't like walking as a primary workout, just because it's so slow. It's like to get 1,500 steps, you have to walk like an hour or two, or like 3 hours. I think, and like then just run for 40 minutes, and you've just run like 6,000 or 7,000 steps, or what else. But yeah, it's like at a minimum, like every human being should be eating and then moving. Like that's kind of just how things work. Like you don't just in general, like when you're eating calories, you should plan on immediately after or pretty close, like within like 90 minutes, burning off some of that and utilizing it for physical activity. And like you're just gonna get fat and your mental health is gonna be shit or what else, or you're gonna have brain fog more often or harsher if you're not like doing something after you eat like a high carb meal or what else. And then even then, when you're eating protein, it can be good for your insulin levels because protein does spike insulin. um, but yeah, uh, like you should study health. You should learn about the body. You should like spend like just all you really need to do is like if you studied it for like 2 weeks every day or whatevs, like you were just going around like learning about health stuff. Like you, just like 2 weeks of, well, I guess you have to find all the good channels and stuff like that. But like contribute a part of your life to just really getting extremely healthy, learning about everything that you can, and then you can kind of drop it a little bit. Like you don't have to research as much, and maybe you want to remind yourself every now and then about certain reasons. Like I definitely needed to do that. If I was listening to all these health videos all day, I probably wouldn't have been eating like the way I was and like that when I was in the motels moving around and stuff. But yeah, it provides like a little bit of extra meaning. It's like, what am I gonna do throughout my day? It's like having one or two walks after a meal. It's like it's something purposeful, just a minor thing, just a simple thing. It's peaceful. It's de-stressing. Like even just 10 minutes of walking has been shown to reduce symptoms of anxiety and such. And anyone who's like dealing with depression in general, like if you're depressed or if you're lonely, like you got a whole bunch of and this is true for, I guess, sedentary people too, but like in these two cases it's pretty extreme. Like, you gotta take care of your health, you gotta exercise like pretty hard to and take supplements and like all these neurotropics that increase BDNF and like help with brain growth and brain performance and cognitive tests and like memory and all that. Like, there's all these substances that and activities that you can be doing throughout your day that improve your life quality so much, like just your ability to think and just be smart and make decisions and like not be moody or something like that, and like be a generally more positive individual or higher minded sort of. Like, life's better when you have access to these tools. These, like, if you're just like sedentary and you're just doing hobbies and all that all day, it's like you're just like dumb. Like, you're dumb. Like, like, yeah, I get it. Like, people can be really smart and learn and like articulate themselves or whatever, but like, just people are so dumb. Like, they don't take any freaking supplements, they don't do anything for their health, they don't exercise seriously, and they eat all this processed garbage and don't do anything about it. Like, and they're just constantly like, I look around at people and like, it's like, ugh, it's kind of like you're just like neglecting your body in 1,000 different ways, and like, it's decrepit, it's degenerate. It's like, people are, I don't want to say disgusting because I'm not really disgusted by it, but like, their bodies are messed up, and they go through years of just having a messed up body, and they're just more miserable and like more rigid and more addicted to bullshit and more impulsive and just like moodier people, and more emotional and less rational. And it's just like, people get used to feeling like shit. Like, they just live life and they just feel like shit, and they never end up learning how to do anything about it. And you don't want to be one of those dumb motherfuckers who's sitting in a fucking chair with Alzheimer's, who's like, because they didn't read a health book. Like, sitting there like shaking and like not able to remember who the fuck you are or anything, what room you're in or what to do or any of that. Like, yeah,